everyone. I'm Rachelle Leah. Welcome to another episode of UFC All Access. We're in my hometown, Las Vegas, backyard of the UFC, and home of a legend. He's a 5-time UFC world champion, the only fighter to have held the title in both light heavyweight and heavyweight divisions, and he's a UFC Hall of Famer. He knows we're here. He's waiting for us inside. Let's go meet him. Hi, Randy.
Hey, Rachelle. How are you?
Good. How are you?
Good.
Thanks for having us.
You bet.
This is Randy, the Natural Couture, and you're watching UFC All Access. Randy the Natural Couture's fighting career is as storied as the UFC itself. After making his debut as a heavyweight, Captain America rolled off 2 wins, but would face his most challenging opponent to date in Vitor, the Phenom Belfort, at UFC 15.
Yeah, there wasn't too many people that gave me a snowball's chance in hell at winning that fight.
That's a stunning upset.
That kind of set the stage for my entire career right there.
Even after taking the heavyweight title from Maurice Smith, Couture still found himself an underdog against rising star Pedro Hizzo.
Couture with right, and he finishes another one.
Being a smaller-than-average heavyweight, Randy's dominance in the division wouldn't last forever, and he chose to reinvent himself as a light heavyweight.
Randy Couture is going to stop Chuck Liddell. Unbelievable!
The Natural became the only UFC fighter to win the title in 2 different weight classes when he defeated Tito Ortiz at UFC 44.
40 years young, Captain America, ladies and gentlemen. That guy is my hero.
Speculation that Randy's age had caught up with him ran rampant when he lost the belt to Chuck Liddell. And when he failed to win it back at the rematch, it appeared the Randy as we knew him was gone.
This is the last time you're going to see these gloves and these shorts in this octagon. I'm retiring tonight.
Over a year after retiring, Captain America could still feel his competitive fire burning. And at UFC 68, he returned to the octagon to challenge Tim Sylvia for the heavyweight championship.
Randy, the Natural
Again, a huge underdog and got the job done when most people thought it was going to get knocked into next week.
Randy the Natural Couture has consistently defied expectations and critics. At UFC 74, the Natural is seeking to pen one more chapter in his already legendary career when he steps into the octagon against Gabriel Gonzaga. Join me today as Randy Couture grants us all access. We're at Randy Couture's house right now. This is new. How long have you lived here now, Randy?
We moved in here in March right after the Tim Sylvia fight, so we've been here about 4 months. It's been an ongoing project. My wife Kimmy's been working her magic. We did a lot of remodeling.
You got some pretty nice toys here. Tell me about these bikes.
Kim and I got married in October, and these were gifts to each other. We built custom bikes for each other for our wedding gifts.
I'm sure all the fans want to know about the Hummer. Didn't you get this for The Ultimate Fighter 1?
Yes, this was the gift for being on the first season of The Ultimate Fighter. Chuck got a silver one, and I got the black one. DVD players and the headrests were embroidered by the UFC with Randy the Natural Couture on there. 26-inch rims. It's pretty tricked out. This is a little bit different than the original version. Check this out. The stereo's way more stereo than I need. I know I'm hard of hearing, but I'm not that deaf. It's pretty loud.
All right, I love the Hummer. I can't wait to see the inside of the house, though. Let's go inside.
Okay, sounds good.
Oh, Randy. Look at this place. So beautiful.
I think it came out really well. Kimmy's been working on this for about 4 months. I think she's found a new interest in interior design. Everything in here was white when we bought the place. So white tile, white carpet. It looked like the Easter Bunny lived here. She ripped it all out, went with the dark wood, and it looks pretty damn good.
So, in this big house where you keep your belts?
Well, Kim's got the belt set up upstairs in a new cabinet, so it's pretty cool. We'll go check that out now.
All right, let's go look at it. Now there's the belts.
There they are.
Look at this Hall of Fame right here.
Hall of Fame plaque. Oakley's room here, our 11-year-old, and he's got 2 little sugar gliders, which are basically flying squirrels from Australia. We have the master bedroom, which we've just finished remodeling, and walk-in closets, which are a must, especially with Kim. She had to get the bigger closet, of course.
So you have a pool. I want to see the pool.
Yeah, let's go check out the pool. I think Kim's back there, too. So
oh, good.
Good to see Kimmy.
Hey guys. Hey, you did such a good job. I love it.
Thanks. We had a lot of help from our good friends at the gym. My best friend Jason did our barbecue grill and our fire pit, and our good friend Joey did all of our landscaping.
Hey, listen, I'm late. I've got to go to training.
Okay.
I'm late, so.
Absolutely. We don't want to keep you. Let's go. When UFC All Access returns, it's off to Extreme Couture, then a training session that will literally have you bouncing off the walls. Don't go away. Welcome back to UFC All Access. We're here in Las Vegas at Randy Couture's gym, Extreme Couture, and this is where it all happens. Train hard.
Will do. Mikey, start the clock.
He's not the most athletic guy in the world, but you're not going to outwork him. On a scale of 1 to 10, he's a 15. Preparing for the Tim fight, he came in like 3 or 4 days into the training camp. All the young guys was like, he's in shape already?
Perfect.
43-something-year-old man on top of you beating you up. It's kind of depressing, so I don't think about it. I just think about it. It's the legend Randy Couture.
Typical week is probably 2 days of grappling, 3 days of punching, and then the next week it'll switch itself.
Go, let's go!
Series of drills, some ground positions, worst case scenario training, combined with kicking.
It varies day to day. We change up the routine. Every scenario you could possibly have in a fight, we're going to work on in the gym.
Right now they're doing kickboxing with takedowns, just working on the transition from standing up and then maybe going to the ground and getting back up.
My striking has been, I think, the biggest area where I've made the most strides and the most improvement. If I can throw my nice straight 2 in a good boxing sense, but at the same time I'm changing levels and penetrating and driving through a guy and putting that wrestling technique in there, melding and meshing the 2 together, then it's going to be more effective.
You can tell a fighter a lot of things in the gym about how they should hit people and what they should do, but until they actually pull it off in the fight, they don't necessarily believe in it. And Randy, I think, gained a lot of confidence in his hands off his performance with Tim.
I feel better now than I did then, so it's continuing to move up in levels, and it's been a blast.
You want to stand with him. He will hurt you now. Something people didn't fear in the past with him, well, they better fear it and respect it now.
We need to have a couple more good weeks, and then we can recover.
Yeah.
No time to rest now as we head over to Sky Zone for a workout unlike anything we've ever seen on this show before. All right, we're here at the Sky Zone. Now, this place is pretty interesting. It's got wall-to-wall trampolines. It's like a children's playground. But I hear this workout's actually pretty rigorous.
The workout is very tough. We've been coming here for about a year and a half, and it's a very ballistic, low-impact workout, but it requires 30% more energy to run on a trampoline than it does on a treadmill because it rebounds. That's one of the reasons you get your heart rate up very, very quickly here. We do a bunch of bounding, a bunch of sprinting. We do some hand-eye coordination stuff with the balls back and forth. It's a great workout. I love coming here.
Well, this actually should be pretty fun. I'm going to let you get to your workout.
All right.
All right.
20 minutes into the sprinting and running and doing all the stuff on the trampoline, and you're just toast.
Professional baseball players, football players, basketball players, marathon runners all come and train at our facility, and within 15 minutes they're exhausted. Randy comes on our court and our playing fields, loves the workout, and after 15 minutes where he may be exhausted, his mental capacity kicks him into another gear, and he can go for an hour, hour and a half. It does not faze him. At the age of 44, it's incredible what he can do.
Half the time you feel like a spaz in there. You're falling all over, tripping all over yourself. because I'm older, I think I learned to listen to my body more. I learned to listen to the muscles that are screaming.
One lap.
I can run here because it's lower impact and it's a little easier on the joints.
That was definitely a unique and intense workout. This is probably the only rest Randy will get all day because straight from here, he's got a photo shoot to go to. The man does not stop. This is all part of being a champion. You've got to juggle media with intensive training. Sometimes you have to have media come to your intensive training. I don't think anyone juggles it better than him.
In the beginning, life was a little simpler. Eat, sleep, and rest was all I did. I didn't have a whole lot of other things that required my attention. Now, as I've progressed 10 years down the road, there's all this other stuff that's come up through fighting.
There's a lease that needs to be signed.
I don't know how I do it. I wish I could just, like before, go home and sleep for a few hours and then come back and train again, but I can't really afford to do that right now. Rest has become, for me, going and taking care of business, going and doing media, doing appearances, doing radio, doing whatever it takes to keep all those other things going. Got a meeting with the gym now.
Randy just headed into a meeting. When he's done, he's back to business. Hardcore training you don't want to miss. Don't go anywhere. This is UFC All Access. We'll get a front row seat to Randy's strength and conditioning workout, but first he shows us how he relaxes. When UFC All Access, brought to you by Tap Out, return. Welcome back to UFC All Access, brought to you by Tap Out. We're with Randy, the Natural Couture.
I grew up with dirt bikes, and the way I used to relieve stress was basically go across the street from my house and tear around the dirt track. Now it's kind of nice to have the bike. You feel the, I'd say wind in my hair, but that's not really an issue. The wind in my face and the sun on my back, and just relax. And basically everything just kind of goes away. The stress goes away, and it's very, very comforting. It's relaxing to me. Today we rode the choppers up through Red Rock, through the national park, and we parked and we went up. Part of one of my favorite runs is Turtle Peak.
It's a great outdoor environment. I love to be in the outdoors anyway, and most people don't realize this is only 20 minutes from the Strip. You don't feel like you're in Las Vegas. It's a great break from the gym. I brought the first team of fighters from the Ultimate Fighter up here twice during the course of the show.
I had such a good time doing that and kind of getting outside, doing something different, but still working really hard, what I call active rest. And I've been going back there ever since. You're still being active, you're sweating, you're working out, you're getting your heart rate up, but it's a break psychologically from what you normally do, from the routine. That's active rest for me.
We're back at Randy's gym, and this next workout is a non-stop, fast-paced circuit which was created to simulate a fight.
I work with Randy 3 days a week, a lot of cardio conditioning, muscle endurance, and then biometrics. Physical conditioning means everything for a fighter. You know, you can be the best kickboxer, you can be the best wrestler. None of that means anything if you're not in shape to demonstrate your skills.
It's certainly very important for me and my fighting style. One of the things that I try to do is work harder than any of my opponents. Outwork them, make them want to quit.
I work with Randy 3 days a week, usually Tuesday, Thursday, Saturdays. Tuesdays and Thursdays, a lot of cardio conditioning, muscle endurance, and then his Saturday workout is usually plyometrics.
It's been nice to have somebody else in there with the stopwatch and the program saying, okay, this is what you're doing. And a lot of times that guy's going to make you do a lot more than you probably make you do yourself.
2, 1, go.
The circuit that Jake's putting me through is kind of an amalgamation of all the pieces I was doing on individual days before. Plyos, sprints, and weight circuit. And Jake's kind of taken all the pieces of those workouts and put them into one workout that I can do a couple times a week.
I want to set the pace for 4 minutes.
I broke everything up into rounds to simulate the explosion and the varied muscle groups you use in the rounds of a fight. And you get your rest break, and then you got to come back and go again.
As we're getting closer to the fight, his rest period is getting trimmed down a lot. We're looking at about 40-second rest periods, and we'll be down to 25-second rest periods.
And when you get to fight time and you get a whole minute, it's like, wow, feel great.
It does amaze me how great a shape he is at 44 years old. He runs circles around guys half his age in this gym. He never, ever, ever gives up. He'll push through the workout. It's amazing.
It's been a crazy day of training, and when UFC All Access brought to you by Tap Out returns, we'll unwind with Randy back at the ranch. Barbecue and billiards up next. Don't go away.
The whole objective with Extreme Couture was to kind of create under one roof all the pieces of MMA. There's a huge crew of guys in there that check their egos at the door. They're not in there to prove that they're the baddest or the best at anything. We all want to learn. We all want to get better, and they've got a great attitude, and we push each other to the limit and take care of each other.
I sweat enough for you, too. Oh, I have an immense level of respect for Randy. You talk about role models, and he's a role model on more levels than just fighting.
He's one of the nicest guys you ever want to meet. Randy is just like, he's the guy next door.
We usually have at least 2 times a week somebody's coming over and we're barbecuing something. Oh, these guys kind of become family. I mean, you want to see them be successful. And I've been doing this for 10 years, so if I can help them not have to make some of the mistakes I made, then I feel good about that, and they feel good about that, and we've just developed a camaraderie that I think our sport breeds.
This is how the heavyweight champ prepares for his fight. Now he gets to eat a lot now.
I'm a heavyweight, son. I eat whatever the hell I want to eat. Bad food, sugary foods, alcohol, coffee, all create acidity in your system. That's what creates muscle soreness, lack of oxygen in your system. So the more base you are, the better off you are. And greens are very, very base. Now, I like being a heavyweight. One less thing I have to worry about or think about is how much do I weigh. I don't know what the secret to the success that I've had into my 40s is. I think it's a combination of a lot of things. I think, first of all, I have a faith that this is what I'm supposed to be doing. This is what I was made for. Second of all, I have a passion for what I've developed over the last 30 years. The future for me is to take these fights one at a time and continue to juggle all the other balls, all the other business things that I have going on. No illusions. At some point, I'm going to have to physically stop fighting. But I don't see that anytime real soon.
This has been a lot of fun, Randy. I want to thank you. I want to congratulate you on all of your success. It's been an honor having you grant us all access.
Well, thanks. Thanks for coming and checking out the team. It's been a pleasure.
It's a legendary Randy Couture. I'm Rachelle Leah. This has been UFC All Access. We'll see you next time.